Hello and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in the old world as Kush. We are beginning of stream here, picking up from where we left off last time. We've got two ambitions sort of in the process of being completed. I think we have the Wonder one locked up. Getting the other one locked up requires getting to Barding, which is 3 techs out, depending on how we pull techs. And then I think we're going to try both doing ambition and victory score. So we're going to try to get at least 16 more victory score. I think we left out end of return, so I've got orders left, but I don't really have anything with the orders to do. So I'm just going to end the season here. We're going to see how the other nations react. And we're going to slowly basically try to build towards completing this run. I think we can get it done during the 4 hours of the stream. And depending on when we get it done during the 4 hours of stream, depends on what we'll do immediately next. One of the oligarchs is severely ill. Okay. Peace response. A riderless horse delivers a short one-word response from Syria. Never. Okay. Well, I still don't want peace. Humble request. Make them owe us a favor for some wood. Sure. Inspired by the lighthouse, they can become cruel, affable, or debauched. This is our apparently not legitimate son. So, far enough from the line of succession that we're probably not too worried about them. We'll have to make them cruel for some extra legitimacy. Under fire, volcanic eruption, arable. Chaos. In addition to a volcano, has erupted in Arable. So Assyria's had a volcanic eruption. I can declare war on them. I can believe they would be particularly amenable to discussion of peace and friendship under the circumstances. Yeah, well, force them into peace. Yeah, we got bonuses for farms next to you. I think we keep building the farms out here. It is recommending to build libraries and such. Libraries would help with research, I suppose. Yeah, let's finish out the optimizing the farm effect here. Let's get the farms out. Got you doing quarries. I think it makes sense to continue the quarries. We need a lot of stone for some upcoming potential wonders. Bonus for adjacent farms. Be adjacent to 2 farms there. I think I might actually put that here. And we can do even more farms around. And after the fact, okay. And it grabs us a little more territory. Yeah. More quarries here. Would I want to build up the city a bit more? Quarries. Put a quarry between the 2 quarries. It's not the most optimal spot for a quarry, but well, it's optimal because of the neighboring bonuses. I've done all the repairs. No, we haven't finished all the repairs here. Repair the shrine. And then we've got repairs in the neighboring city. I might move you off into the next city to help. So I'm going to move you over there. On the other hand, we're going to get the promotion here. Get bonus for trees. And you came from up in this city. I don't have any archery ranges yet, so I was just going to take you back to the city. Yeah, now I can explore into these guys' territory because we have a peace deal with them. I can see, but they've been hiding. That would be pretty much the whole world. We got one city that is idle. Just finished up a rancher. Can't do archive. We're far enough at the front line at this point. I probably don't need the moat. I have philosophy, so the forum, the first level forum here would provide me with one science. Go ahead and take it then. You know, we've got a bunch of failed options here. A bunch of remaining orders. Everyone likes us. We've apparently reached the magical point in the game where everyone loves us. We put the legwork in diplomacy-wise. Oh, that's because everyone has united in the exact same religion. Apparently Zoroastrianism is the way to go. Unequivocally. Okay. Children are being raised. I suppose we'll send out a trade deal, just because why not trade? But yeah, we're just going to have extra orders here, and we're going to cycle the turn. So yeah, I feel like this is a game where we've definitely reached the point where we are winning. Now, having reached that point, the question now is, can we actually end the game? Can we win the game? We are winning, but can we turn that into a win? I think the answer is probably yes, just how quickly that's going to happen. Caravan mission to Carthage is done. Finished jurisprudence. Infiltrate mission has led to an event. Just learning through experience, okay. Free Onager, don't really need that. Free Court Scholar, don't really need that. Architecture is what's being recommended, and Manor. So nothing that we really wanted got pulled. Manor is working towards Bodkin Arrow if I want to upgrade the existing archers. Whereas architecture is working towards vaulting, which is the cathedral. Also provides me the bath. Not that I need the bath. So, Manor is at least providing me the law, but I don't need the law either. We got one turn, one turn, one turn. So I probably want to do architecture or the scholar. I think we'll do architecture so it can't come up again. The draw pile has quests, or has ones in that we want as administration. Well, actually, we don't want administration, we want stirrup. So we should pull stirrup next turn, and we can do stirrup. You've been upgraded pretty far away from the coastline, so you probably don't need camps nets. Let me do culture level, the intelligent one there. Go... Quarry. You're probably going to be more quarry. On the other hand, wonders. We got 3 unclaimed. What are we looking at for price range? 19k, 36k, 36k. We don't quite have enough yet, but it's not going to take that long to get there. Where do I want to put my pyramids? So it doesn't really matter where I put the pyramids. It's not necessarily next to a shrine. because some of the shrines I've put down are going to be farmed around, so I just want to put it down. And maybe put down somewhere that'll help with city spread. Although that really isn't anywhere in particular. You're not going to end up as a forestry place, so we'll put you there. Kushite pyramids. Next. Have I put the Kushite pyramids in the city? Yes. And we have a shrine in already. I'm going to put more shrines in. Maybe that wouldn't be too bad. Agency for pastures. Well, that probably wants to be next to the pasture. Put that in. Which wouldn't be next to the pyramids. There's only one pasture, so 20% bonus on the pasture isn't super terrible. Sure, let's go for that pasture bonus. A little bit of growth isn't going to hurt either. Okay. Repairing in a different zone is still one order, so we're going to move you into the wrong city just to get these things repaired quicker. We're going to get to a range. Sleep. We're going to get to camp. Sleep. You're just going to go plop in the city. Sleep. Is there territory that I'm not aware of? There's a little bit down there. So we'll start moving that direction, I suppose. So I guess that's the top of the world. Okay. Archive complete. And yeah, I don't think upgrading... Well, I suppose we could check. I can just do a form from level 1 to level 2. See if that increases the philosophy bonus. I don't think it does. I think it's just if you have a forum, you get +1 from philosophy. Okay, we'll grab one extra forum. Always check back here later. You finish an archive. I can take some unhappiness to remove the Christian descent, which removes the risk that came with it. I think we only have, we only have the one stack of it, so let's get rid of that. And then, yeah, probably will be... Oh, I suppose we can see here. Yeah, I've got multiple levels of the forum here. Yeah, only provides one science. +1 from forum because of philosophy. Yeah, probably either grab priests, monks, or acolytes. Going forward here. And again, I have a lot of orders, so it might actually make sense to grab like a second worker everywhere. Just to build that a little bit faster. Discovered architecture. Give me a tracker. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to toss up between stirrups and cartography. Stirrups, I believe, moves towards my ambition goal of barding. Cartography moves towards sort of my not mission goal of picking up monetary reform so I can just start rushing things. So stirrups comes up first. Higher priority of the two. Do I want to put a monument up by you? I suppose like basically any monument. Could also grab the citadel. Yeah, let's go grab that citadel. I could purge Christianity, but I don't feel the need. I think they like us reasonably. Arguably, they're also our homegrown religion, so if we wanted to amp a religion, that's the one we go after. Oh, I've got a grove there. Let's boost the grove of the monastery. And you're going to just keep quarrying. And I can check to see what the wonders are up to or down to. Still about 19k. This is coming around from the fact I'm basically spending the stone as quickly as I'm making it, with the stone being the main cost in that. The only thing we're short on, so that's where the costs come from, yeah. Oops, I sent it the wrong way. Should send it the other way. Doesn't make a big difference. And Forum 1 is complete. We worked out, unless I want civics, the Forum 2 is not what we're looking for right now. Same sort of logic with the moat. Well, the moat might make sense if I'm on the border with someone we don't like, but or that doesn't like us, but that's everyone at this point. Quarry bonus, we'll pick the one that's got a... oops, that's the priest. That's not the one I was going for. Get the quarry bonus. Can you go with the acolyte line for more orders? Yeah, let's take that all the way up to elder. Okay, so I've suppressed the descent. I think I will go ahead and grab a second worker here. Holy City, Cleric Seat, or Tolerance, which we have neither of, so I can't build I can only build the Disciple in one place. The Christian religion. And for the random, the Zoroastrian religion likes me enough that I don't really... We'd be picking up, like, the monks... Level 1 monk would not be terrible, because it's just got a big happiness bonus on it as well, but picking them up for the bonus, not for the action opinion. Let's Kushite paganism up too. Do you want more pagan? Probably make do this more pagan. I think I can also grab another... Well, I actually got 2 workers here. We got you and you, so I probably don't need a third here. We're also starting to run out of territory to make use of, so yeah, let's not grab a third here. Yeah, so let's go to the religious opinion with the acolyte. And leveling up, boost that opinion, so we'll go ahead and take him straight to max before we revisit that. Tutor event. Attack the boys and drive them away. Distract the boys with a humorous toy. Wait until it's safe and nurse the cat back to health. Do not, the urchins will always chase cats. Mission result tutor event. One day during lessons with this tutor, one of our children, third in line, hears a clamor behind the palace walls. A group of urchins chase a terrifying cat along the street, laughing and striking it with sticks. What does the royal tutor advise? The urchins will always chase cats. Yes. Trade mission event. Wood for orders. Wood for science. I think we're going to go wood for science. Orator is dead. Lion of Kush and Pillar of our Lives. But I was moving. At least were you not aware of the lightning speed with which she had swept in and claimed every one of his court duties, powers, and contacts the very moment of his word of his demise spread. Keep an eye on her political moves. Console the mourners. Keep an eye on her political moves. Church of the Holy Scepter. The sculpture. It is done. Standing on the site of the crucifixion of Jesus, at the heart of the stone church, lies a rotunda, housing the tomb where he was laid to rest before the resurrection. You step into the cool shade of the entrance and lift your eyes to the light spilling into the dome, filling the chamber with an aura of reverence and awe. Okay, so that does not count as a wonder. I will need to build another wonder. My tactics soon it becomes, we are proud, and it will send a tutor promptly. Yeah. Hold the fruits of prosperity. Agree to build an amphitheater, heated baths, and fair. Sure. We need another ambition. That is a question. Do I have any governors who are judges? That is a commander. That is a builder. That is a judge. So this is a prime city for getting those. For getting those. Because what I can do is I can build one and upgrade it in that city. Any other places I have judges. There's no governor here. There's now a governor here. There is now a governor here. Okay, so I have the one judge. I don't think that's a city where I can do all three. I think heated baths... I think baths need to be next to a river. Habitable land, strong culture. Should be easy to do that. Habitable land with access to fresh water. Okay, so the lake's in the city across the way, though, so that's a no-go. And then fair, habitable land. Okay. Well, that's a river, so I could put something on that river. It would be cold baths to start. Although I've got rivers over here, so yeah, we can go full baths in this city. I'll have to do it one at a time, but I'll have to do all three levels and not just upgrade one on top of the other, but that's not too bad. I keep you building quarries. Do I have 3 cities, 3 workers from the same faction in this one city? Yes. Oh, that's because I was building the wonder, so I picked another one while you were doing the wonder. That made sense in the moment. Probably want to move him down into this city just to spread the love around. Probably want you to keep building quarries if there's good places for it, and there's reasonable places for it. At this point, I know I have orders to spare, so I don't mind doing short force marches like that to get to places. And we'll have you repair the last damaged structure there from the last flood. Start a caravan mission with the one that likes least, which is Greece. Off to Greece you go. And then we'll do this type of mission with Dido. Okay, so I got a second worker here, which is going to help a lot with trying to get this quest done. Let's go for the next turn. Oh, I've still got some scouting, or still got some orders to do. Example, the scout. And I know the city has plenty of workers, so it doesn't need any more. Don't need more Zoroastrian opinion. Yeah, don't necessarily need more Zoroastrian opinion. Although it's urban specialists do provide more science than rural specialists. And that would provide some happiness. Not that we need happiness here. Yeah, not that we need happiness here. So, I suppose I'll still do it anyway. So we'll take the priest. If we're going to take the priest, straight to level 3. Just, in fact, that's 3 turns. Yeah. Make the priest a master priest. A expert priest. Elder, however you want to describe the supremacy of that priest. Sandstorm of Carthage. I'm not the one being hit with a natural disaster, which is always nice. And I think I sent, even if you could be tutored, I think I gave your tutor a job, yeah. Okay, stirrups shall be done. Let's see what we draw. Oh, I also have a law that we can make a decision on. Discovered stirrups. One of the oligarchs has finally croaked. We are playing on long lifespan quarterly or seasonal turns, however you want to describe that, so people do live for quite a few turns here. The Yam family still quite adores us. We have vaulting, if I want to go for cathedrals. Training per monastery, happiness per cathedral. Temples provide 20 per season. Okay, 20 money per season. For calligraphy, which is all cities just gain culture. And elder specialists provide happiness. Manners and sovereignty. None of these, again, are moving necessarily to a tech that I want. Sovereignty would be a one-turner. I suppose at some point we probably do want to go watermills and windmills, I think, but not going the way we want. Bolting actually will reduce the draw pile after we discard the pole. That is the happiness bonus. So it's going to take one more turn than sovereignty, but it reduces the pool that we can pull from. All the stuff we want is in the discard pile, although there isn't anything in the pull pile, so it's going to do a shuffle repull on the next one. Well, that's actually a good question. Was that... That would be a problem if that was hit. No, that was not hit. Good. It's like, someone has died. Was it the person I was relying on not being dead? No. Good. It's kind of my thought process there. It's like, wait, I had said someone die. I have one character specifically that I need for a very specific task. Is that the character that died? Went through my mind at that point. Okay, so you've repaired stuff. This is another... Oh, that would be that tile specifically, I think. Yeah, that one doesn't work. We'll start working on baths here. We'll do 2. That'll go up to top tier bath. Okay. First crabs on the way through. Moat done. We can do archive here, so do archive. Your archive's done. You can't do the next level yet. We don't have Form 1, so grab Form 1. So this wonder will be done in 4. And I'm looking probably to build another wonder. Coming up. I think we got enough for the cheaper of the 3 wonders. And we obviously, if it's cheaper for the 3, we probably want to build it before anyone else does. Discovered vaulting. Late nights. I become a... third in line becomes estranged from me. Or endeared to me. We'll let them become estranged. Martial code is the thing we're going to take here. And let's guard happiness bonus and the court soldier, but that's fine. And we skipped administration. It's showing up because we had one of its follow-up texts. We might still have one of its follow-up texts targeted, but we don't need administration. We skipped it by event. Okay, so at this point I can afford the Circus Maximus, as long as it goes into a legendary city. Then the question is, do I have someone reasonable? He would technically be to come down and put it next to the capital. Sure, let's do that move. There we go. So we've locked in the Circus Maximus. In 14 turns, we will complete Control 7 Wonders. That technically means that even if the Queen were to die, 5 turns from now, we should complete that quest. I forget if it's 10 or 20 turns. Is the duration that you get to keep a ambition after the person dies. But either way, we should have it plenty of time. It's 60 stone and it's a 1.6k. Oof. Stone is expensive. It's almost like everyone's building wonders or something. It's because they probably are. I don't think there's anything I do on the sand. Oh, next to the mountain I can do something. We'll slap quarry in there. Or that great, glorious stone. Recommending a market. I agree. That seems like a reasonable thing to do. Do that monk. Apprentice monk. and we'll get all the tears on the monk. Probably do the elephant up there. Yeah. Your moat is done. Okay. You don't have the culture for the forum. I will splurge to do, or don't have the culture to do the archive, but you do have culture for the forum, so I'll do the first forum. Arming your brothers. Oops. Spreading the word. Replace tolerance with orthodoxy, being compassionate or gracious. Promise to protect the rights of the pagans. Lowers mechanism at the benefit of paganism. Or the oligarch. We'll support the state religion here. Yeah, we'll piss off the foreign religion. Citrus for training. Oh, either way, I get training. It's what do I pay for it with? We'll say training. Greece acquires battle line. I get opinion. Sure. I don't think we're going to be fighting anyone anymore in this run. No longer a philosophy student. Assistant in the royal heir. Return to court. Or becomes an ascetic. Sure. We can let you not be able to take any jobs. They'll be fine. Let's come back to you. Have you build another quarry. Get up there, harvest an elephant. We've had tsunami. I don't care. So the stuff I'm thinking about building around here, and this is why I wanted to come back to it, are all things that require stone. So as I could start building up the amphitheater line, that wouldn't be too bad. Or library line. Let's build up the library line. Here we go. The son the bastard son becomes judge. Judge, a wise advocate for the people. Okay, so we've done cold bath, now it's warm bath, and next will be hot bath. Or heated baths. It does technically require legendary culture. How far if I'm off on Soleb? 58 turns. Okay, so that's going to be a thing I need to solve. Growth in science. Now I got enough citizens, I don't really need more growth. I think we go culture. So the question is, do we do poet or acolyte? I think we start with poet. You get that culture flowing a little bit faster. To be fair, completing that is like a 25% increase in culture, so. Trying to think about where I can productively leave the scout, or where I can send the scout. Over that way is probably the way to go for the moment. Looking for resources that are not owned by someone for the scouting units to pick up. Form completed. Okay. So I don't need Form 2. Just want more science as apprentice officers probably going forward. Okay. The Elder Priest is done. So I probably followed up with the Acolyte, just for the extra opinion, family opinion. And then I can go in and get another trade deal going. Again, send that to Queen Dido. And then citrus. Where was that city that I needed to make more cultural you? Sending a luxury is one way, so you can have a little bit more from a luxury. There you go. Reports from a tribal raid coming from a distant land near Sanam. Okay. Discovered martial code. The Via Retek Suk is finished. It's already bustling with merchants and traders from every corner of the world meeting to trade their wares and their stories. The narrow streets are lined with stalls selling every luxury and good known to man. This thriving hub will stand a testament to our people for all time, symbol of our accomplishments today and the glories yet to come. Don't think I can put stone on the neighboring tiles? No. I think it needs to be dry to quarry, ideally. got that library completing. I think I probably want to put a library next to the library. Might just be interested in getting more farms. Yeah, let's just have you build some farms. Tech-wise, I've got cartography and admin. Admin's showing up because is a targeted one because it's actually the prerequisite for cartography. Cartography is required for fiscal policy, so I think we go go cartography here. Because again, I would like to pick a monetary reform. I've got a law, but the law I don't really. Oh, I've got a couple different laws to do. Guilds versus elites. Elites allow me to store all my surplus orders. This one's more money. I think we'll go elites. It makes more families happy. Iconography versus calligraphy. No preference there. Pilgrimage versus holy war. More families like it, however, pilgrimage is liked by our state religion. Also more money per city for the religion. This would probably make a lot more sense if we're going to go to war. So we're going to go pilgrimage. All cities, no random non-state religion spread. Okay, so I could stop religion from spreading with iconography. Or you could go calligraphy for extra culture, extra happiness per elder specialist. I'm not too worried about religion spreading. We'll go calligraphy. This leaves us with this choice, and this choice. But if you're going to, how I'm going to go that way, I'm going to go this side. On this one. One of our families wants trade league, so we probably end up going trade league. And then really don't even need to make the choice over there. Let's have you work on another quarry. I'm gonna have there work there. There would give me another quarry site. There gives me a bunch of usable stuff, including some goats. We'll go there then. The Elder Acolyte is done. I can do another Elder Acolyte here, which I think we'll do. And we're going to slowly drive up the food prices. That's a volcano, so I can quarry next to the volcano. I want to start moving that direction first. Let's go over there and do a lumber mill, and then we'll go do the quarry on the next build. Trade mission to Assyria. And you finish that wonder. Well, that's a good question. I was planning on upgrading the building here. 2 turns to legendary. Okay, so I will be able to do the upgrade trick over here. That'll be definitely faster, trying to do all 3 steps in the capital. And I have a bunch of luxury goods to distribute. So, Celeb, I need you to be cultured, and one way to do that, by extreme brute forces, have luxury. There you go. So you'll be legendary in 21 turns. I'd appreciate it you be even faster, but 21 is not too terrible. And I still have one luxury to hand out. We'll give that the capital. Assuming the capitals already have that one. Does not. Have some citrus. We got 6 or 7 wonders. We got the 7th one under construction. We're trying to work towards infantry square. Amphitheater, heated baths, and fair. Does it really want level 1 fair and not level 3? I just realized I completed one of those. I'm like, wait a minute. I was expecting to have to build that multiple times. Or upgrade that one. I get manor, they get battle line, Yam gets unhappy. If we're cunning, we could not give it to them, get stuff from them. Okay. Guard the junior ambassador waits patiently for a reply, watching in quiet bemusement as the leaders of Yam and Urjet shout over each other to be heard. The proposed offer is that Carthage would take an exchange of technologies as a sign of friendship. However, they've asked to learn about our military advancements in return for their own economic knowledge. Urjet family agrees the economic benefits would greatly help our nation, while the Yam warn of dangers of arming Carthage with more advanced military. We'll take manor. Cultivator, Pathfinder, Equestrian. This is 4th online, provided the notary freedom. Improper vassal. Level what? Nobility has become overly familiar with you to a degree that other families find unseemly. Reprimand them. Let this light go unpunished. We can reprimand them. It's a small modifier. Oh, so I guess the would make sense if the fair doesn't have an upgrade. Fair does not have an upgrade, then you don't have to improve it, I suppose. I'm hold shift. There we go. Market enables grocer. Like, oh, did I have a quest spawned in one from earlier that I was just ignoring? Yes. And the fair is the level 3, so it's market grocer fair. Fair enough. I thought this was the judge was the one that allowed for upgrading. Maybe they got nerfed. As leader. Oh, as leader, not as governor. Okay. So it's a good thing I had a fair already, because that was going to be an issue. And we have a flood up there. Amphitheater, heated baths. So we'll work up the amphitheater line. So that's Odon into theater into amphitheater. Well, that was a pretty long flood. Apparently those places are both considered flood zones. Okay. Well, more importantly, the same flood zone, which is the unusual bit there. Which renders you kind of useless for this turn, because you're stuck where you are from the flood. Library is done. We're going to improve the library to an academy. I had the culture. I don't have the culture. Trade some training to culture and happiness with these states. Sure. Okay, so 2 resources that are harvestable at this point is the elephant down here and the silver up there by the scout. So basically, probably ping pong back and forth between those two. Let's go for monk for the extra culture. Slowly drive the food prices up. They're the lowest price, so that's fair. Discovered cartography. Money for orders, money for science. We're gonna do money for science. And then barding. Finish up barding and infantry square 3 turns. Acquire random technology. It will acquire random technology. It just gives us barding. Okay. Expedite the removal of horses on military grounds. Okay, well, at that point, out of the 3 that remained, cohorts makes the most sense. We do cohorts.
للحبيب الجميل حيث أقام.
2 turns, you'll have enough culture that I can do the library upgrade. Take that upgrade. Do until the river unfloods. Grab some elephants. Form 4 complete. How am I at the point where happiness is no longer having an effect? No, it looks like 4 is still... We'll see if 5 does by getting up another level. So yeah, let's spend some food to improve the monk here. I'll spend some money buying food to get the monk there. Yeah, working on those 2 ambitions and working on the last 10 victory points. We've got 46 of 56. The wonder completing will be another 4. So really we're looking for 6 from cities improving. Or so that I could build opulent in the places where I'm building the estate. So I'm building an estate there, so I can, for example, build an opulent there. Governor of Dhaka has died. Shame. We will be left on the Tower of Silence. Abandon traditional burial practices. Artie dies. The Magi form a somber procession. Careful not to touch the lifeless bodies of Artie and Dhaka. They carry her out of the city to be left for the birds and wolves to claim, for the bones are gathered. Images are still playing in your mind when a messenger arrives from the Chancellor Hilmklo the Frugal. The rural line has so far kept the tradition of Kushite burial practices despite adopting Zoroastrianism as state religion. Hilmklo urges you to embrace the Zoroastrian ways on burial, so the contamination of the body is not left to mix with the other dead. Will you keep the real tradition when you remain to rest, or will you accept new ways? I'm gonna go with this option. Get some legitimacy instead of losing some. You are roused in the dead of night by the palace guards. Dead body killed, being cut entirely half, and discovered you were your son. Despite the grisly scene, he shows no remorse. In fact, he seems to find the murder amusing. You have ignored the warning signs, but now something must be done. We can imprison him, or he must die, but make it look like an accident. Here, I won't rest him for the moment. Blood is over. Kush has prevailed. Your leadership now can move forward. Go. That problem's dealt with. Go back to the training facility. Back to your training facility. Needs them to work around to fix those at some point, but... Now, the Acolyte is done, but we can do Archive, so we'll do Archive. Archive is done. This is the border on the least friendly of friends, so let's do the tower. And we have a wine deposit to gather, so we got that wine deposit. Okay. Before I let this go on too much longer, I think we're going to put the part break in here. We got 2 missions to pick up, and we got 10 victory score. If it takes less than a half an hour and you're watching on YouTube, this episode will continue because we'll edit them together. If it takes longer than half an hour, there will be a part up tomorrow. So if you're watching this on YouTube, and you at this point can probably tell if there's going to be a part up tomorrow because either the episode will continue or the episode is going to come to an end. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take a short break here to get up, stretch the legs, sip some tea, and then we will be back to record one more part. I'm thinking at the current rate we should finish in the next part, because I've got a clear path to finishing everything at this point. Controlling 7 wonders is done in 8 turns. I think we're like 8 turns out from having the amphitheater. The big one I think that's holding us up is the fair, which is Soleb getting to legendary status, so that I can build it there, or Diebra here getting legendary status, which is 10 turns out. So we're looking to probably be done within the next 20, at least as far as the ambition is concerned. The victory score probably won't be too far behind, seeing as the wonder is 4 of the 10. And then that's 6 other cities promoting, or opulence, or something else small like that to get us the rest of the way. So I think we're going to win in the next part. I just don't know how long that's going to take. And this episode's already over time, so it's time for a part break. So if you're watching on YouTube, part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. We're going to take a short break here so you can get up, stretch the legs, sip some tea, and then we will back probably to finish the time. So with that, wish you all the best of luck and a good time until next time. And with that, bye for now.